Howdy. So a couple days ago, on my last day off from work, I sat down and recorded a bunch of plant chores. Like a bunch of plant chores. Like it was probably like 40 minutes worth of plant chores. But I record on my phone and I use the back camera so I can't see my screen, and about 10 minutes into recording, my phone stopped recording. It just stopped. I think my storage was full. But I didn't know, so all those plant chores were done, and I was like, I don't know what else I could record. I can't like redo those plant chores. So instead, we're gonna do like plants that I'm really excited about right now and really enjoying, and then plants that I am not enjoying in my collection. I have a lot that I have really been loving lately. Like I'm so excited watching them. And I have a couple that I just don't know what they're doing. So we're gonna start with the ones that I'm really excited about. And I think we're gonna go from like least exciting to most exciting. I think least exciting, probably this guy. I don't think I've really done much with him on the channel since I got him. I haven't really shown him or talked about him much, but he is putting out a buttload of new growth. I was a little worried about him for a minute when I first got him, but now he's pushed out a second plant. I actually trimmed one. I trimmed his like big one because it was like putting out roots, and I was like, oh, I can just like snip that and plant it in the soil and then I'll have two plants. So this is the top cutting from that, and it's doing really well. It has a new leaf coming out. The base cutting from the one that I cut has 2 growth points that are activated, and then we have a new baby coming out. So I have a bunch of new growth on this one, and I know it's going to be so full and luscious. And it's a little bit of a slow grower, which was kind of frustrating, but right now it's kind of nice to have a slow grower. But I have a lot of really big plants that are growing at like a really great rate. I'm really happy and proud of them. But it's kind of nice to just have like a little guy that's growing a little slower, but is doing a really good job at it. And I'm actually really enjoying him, probably the most since I first got him. Like I've had so much fun watching. Oh my gosh, and there's another little baby offshoot here. So much happening with this guy. Next up is my variegated Florida Beauty. I've decided that this is a Florida Beauty. I don't think it's something else. I think it's a Florida Beauty because it has bumps on the petioles. So the Mayoide does not, I don't think, or whatever the other parent plant of the Florida Beauty, whatever. My variegated Florida Beauty, who I repotted finally in some soil. He was pretty well rooted. I think the roots that he originally had when I first got him at the plant trade kind of just rotted. But because I already had him in perlite, he just grew new roots. And after they looked really established, I went ahead and potted him up in soil. And he's just kind of been chilling for probably the past month. He hasn't really done much. He's just been getting situated in the soil. But we have a new leaf coming out. And I don't have anything else to show you on him, but I'm so happy that he's finally pushing out a new leaf. I'm pumped. I love this plant so much. And yes, he does have the Caramel Pluto sticker on him. He is not a Caramel Pluto. He is a variegated Florida Beauty. I truly, like, this is one of those plants that I never thought I would get my hands on, and I did. And now that he's happy and growing, I'm thrilled. I keep looking at him. I'm just like, yes. This next one is actually my boyfriend's plant, technically. This is a purple passion plant, and I have a big mother plant in the living room, and then this is a little offshoot that I planted for our room. And the mother plant isn't doing much. Like, she's growing. She's a monster, but she's not flowering or anything. So I didn't think any of it was going to flower at any point for me. That's just not, I don't really expect blooms. But in case you can't tell, this one is flowering. Look at those beautiful orangey yellowish blooms. It's so cool. The like color contrast of the purple with that orange yellow color is so I love color theory. So the fact that like the blooms are like contrasting with the purple, that's good. I don't know why she's growing like this. Couldn't tell you. She could grow straight up. I know that she has the ability to do so, but she's not. I guess I could get her a support. She kind of had like a random growth spurt. She was like really short for a while and wasn't doing much, and then she grew a bunch really quickly and pushed out some blooms. Very exciting. My boyfriend is also very excited because he's like, holy shit, my plant has flowers. That's cool. But this was really cool to just kind of look at and realize it was doing one day. I just walked by and was like, wait a second, those are flowers. So I've been watching this one pretty closely and just enjoying the process of watching it bloom. Next up, this is my black velvet syngonium. I honestly don't think I ever learned the like actual like scientific name for this plant. I think I only know it by its common name. But he is one of the very few plants that made it with me from Florida to Seattle, and I had to cut him back and start over, and he's kind of just had an up and down roller coaster of growth where he'll do really good and then he'll suddenly not do very good. But he has these two stems. I'm using one as support for the other, but he has two stems. We have a new baby stem right here right now, and he's giving me the biggest leaves he's ever given me. He just kind of had this like nice little explosion of growth, which makes me really happy because I do really love this guy. I think I found a spot in my room that he really likes. He was getting a little sun bleached in my window, so I moved him away from it, found him a spot he seems very happy with. I just a couple days ago taped him up to his support more. So he's got some like crazy stem here, but he seems happy. He's giving me big leaves. I'm happy for him. I love looking at him. He's beautiful. And yeah, I'm just excited about that one. I'm excited that he's doing well right now. Hopefully that continues. I think it's a really cool plant. Next up, we're gonna like rapid fire these like all together, but if you saw my recent haul or if you follow my Instagram, you know that I got my hands on a lot of Anthuriums last month, and they are almost all of them are putting out new leaves for me. But these are the ones that I think are the most notable for now. So we're just gonna show you these three, but these all have new growth. So I'll start with this one. He is let me get his tag. This is from Planty Weave. I won it in a giveaway on their Palm Street Live. He is an Anthurium Dressleri NSE crossed with a Carla Blackier PM1, which he already had this leaf when he came to me, and it's already got some crazy pillowy texture. It's super bumpy, and he just put out this little itty bitty baby leaf like within the last couple of days. So I'm so excited to see that one get bigger. And then this is my Blue Velvet X Self, which is from Steve's Leaves, which I also won on one of the Palm Street Live giveaways. And he has lost a couple of leaves while acclimating. I have lower humidity than most nurseries, if not all nurseries. So he had to acclimate a little bit. I don't have anything big enough that I could put him in to properly acclimate him. So it was kind of just a survival of the fittest thing. So he lost a couple of his leaves. This one's on its way out, I think, but the bigger leaves are doing really well. And we have this new leaf here, which is doing really well as well. The veins look stunning on it. The thing that I love most about watching Anthurium leaves is watching the size that they get. Like, you just have no idea. It's really fun. And then last but most certainly not least, this is my Anthurium Gator Bod from Green Reaper Co. And he is one of my favorite plants in my collection. As of now, I love him so much. He's stunning. He has had a little bit of a rough time acclimating. So he's got this little crispy spot, and he's got a couple of other little spots that don't look great, but he has this new leaf. The end of it did break off in shipping because it was just poking out just a tiny little bit when he was shipped, but that's perfectly fine. Like, you can't even really tell unless you're looking at it. So yeah, he has a new leaf. The texture looks beautiful. I'm so excited to watch that one fully harden off and see how big it gets and see the texture and how dark it's gonna be. I love my little Anthurium babies. They have been like my favorite thing to like wake up and look at right now. My variegated micans, which if you've heard me talk about him, you know that he has really been testing my patience since I got him in May. I've been trying to get more variegated growth on him, and he just keeps putting out full white leaves. And I'm like, that doesn't work, King. So I have chopped him up so many times. I have a little cutting back here, which has that full white leaf, if you can see it. But I cut it back a little bit, and I'll see if I can activate some variegation again. We have a new leaf coming out on that one. We'll see when it fully comes out. But I also chopped this one, and it activated 3 growth points, one of which pushed out an all white leaf, and the other 2, I don't even think you'll be able to tell. It's not like fully like burned in yet, but the other 2 growth points have variegation. I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping for the best. I hope it continues. I don't know. I'm kind of over this guy. Not like I'm over the plant. I want a variegated micans. I still think they're beautiful. I still love them so much. I'm tired of fighting this battle for now. So if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants to do, and then maybe I'll repurchase one from somewhere else later on. This is from Seattle Plant Daddy. I don't think it's a Seattle Plant Daddy problem. I think it's a me problem. So I might just need one with different genetics. I don't know. We'll see. But we have new variegation. So we have 2 more left that I'm really excited about. I gotta lift this bad boy up. Oh, it's still window making noise. I don't even know if you're gonna fully be able to see this one, but my Monstera deliciosa has put out a new leaf. I would say a month ago, I repotted her into this pot because the old pot that she was in, she hadn't like outgrown yet, and she had just put out a new leaf, but I realized that she was like completely growing into the pot. Like, she was so connected to it. It was really bad because it was kind of a terracotta texture, and Monstera roots just cling to it. So I didn't love that. I wanted to put her in something smoother, so I got her this nice big plastic pot, and I transferred her over. And when I did, she had this leaf. This was her most recent leaf. She had just finished putting it out. I don't even think it was fully hardened off yet when I transferred her over. And when I transferred her, I took a bunch of roots off. It was kind of a massacre of her roots. She lost at least 1/3 of them, and I was so bummed because I thought she was going to be really upset, and she was going to have to completely grow out her root system again, and she wasn't going to give me a new leaf anytime soon. And then she put this huge leaf out. Huge. Like, I don't think my camera accurately captures how big this leaf is, or how much bigger it is from her most recent one. It is massive. She's huge. I live with a bunch of Warhammer nerds, so there's measuring tapes everywhere. Her new leaf is 15 inches long and 14 inches wide. That's insane. She's massive. I am so happy that she's happy and that she gave me a new leaf so soon. I really thought she was going to be upset with me because if you've heard me mention it before, hold on. Good luck, guys. If you've heard me mention it before, this is like my third Monstera deliciosa, and my first two just really, I didn't know how to take care of them. I was not as educated on plant care or as passionate or caring as I should have been, and I am now. So my first two did not do well, but she is doing well, and I am so happy. Big mama. And then last, but certainly not least, for the plant that I am the most excited about. This is my Anthurium magnificum crossed with a Nigrolaminum Gigi, and I thought she was really sad. She wasn't doing too hot there for a while. She had put out a new leaf that like completely crisped up and dried before it was even like opened. It was still like little and small and just like crisped up, which is really sad because I love this plant so much. But I put her in a new spot. She gets less light, which because she's so dark, she doesn't need as much light. She has more chlorophyll. So I gave her less light, so she was less likely to crisp up and dry out. Cut that leaf off. She gave me an inflow, which is this guy. She gave me a nice little flower. And I was like, I'm gonna leave that for now because I'm collecting the pollen for someone. And hopefully she'll bounce back once the inflow is gone, because inflows take a lot of energy from the plant. So normally I cut them off, but I was gonna ride this one out. But then she put out an offshoot. She had an activated growth point underneath the soil. We have an offshoot. So we have a little baby plant. So I'm gonna cut this off at some point. So we have a little offshoot that I'm gonna cut off, and it's gonna be its own little plant. And I was like, oh my gosh, so we do have new growth. And then she put out a new leaf from her main stem. I was like, what? You have an inflow, an activated offshoot, and a new leaf on your main stem? What are we doing here, girly pop? And then I looked at her roots while I was doing that plant chore video. So I was like, I don't know, I kind of want to see if I can get this offshoot cut off. So I was just looking at her pot, and I'll see if I still have the video. She had so much mold in her pot, it looked crazy. It looked like eggs. It actually made me kind of sick to look at. So I took her out, I rinsed off her roots, I sprayed her down with some hydrogen peroxide just to make sure everything was sanitized, like cleaned her pot out. And after I got her like all clean and everything, I saw that she has 2 more activated growth points underneath the soil. So we're gonna get 2 more offshoots soon. What is happening, Queen? I hope you're not like freaking out because you think you're gonna die or because you're going to die. I hope you're just going crazy right now. But I'm so excited about her. I've been checking this inflow literally every single day, at least twice a day, to see what phase we're at. I think we just entered the sap phase, which is the female phase because they go through a female phase and then a male phase. So I think we just entered the sap phase. She has the tiniest little drops on her inflow. So once that's over, she'll put pollen out and I'll collect it. And I have some pots on the way, so I'm gonna try and get this offshoot on its own in the near future. There's a lot to do with this one. She's giving me so much love, and she's truly like one of my pride and joys of my collection. That's everyone that I'm excited about. So real quick, we're just gonna go through who I'm not excited about, or who is just kind of like, I'm like side-eyeing when I look at them. This one, I feel kind of mean for him being here because he's actually doing fine. I just can't find a spot for him where he doesn't get bleached. Like I just can't find a good location for him where the sun isn't just completely ravaging him. This is my philodendron Prince of Orange. He's got some weird texture on his leaves, but I don't think, like, he doesn't have any pests or anything. I think he's not growing very slow right now. I think he's drying out too fast in his spot, and it's too much light, so he's burning. But I wish he looked better. He's kind of bumming me out. I need to work with him and find somewhere else for him to go. Number 2, this should be a surprise to absolutely no one. This is my Pink Princess Philodendron. I hate her. I hate her and I want her gone. I actually listed her on Facebook Marketplace to try and get rid of her like cheap as fuck, and no one else wants her too. So I think I'm just gonna hang on until the next plant swap, and I'll just give her away to someone there, or if they want to trade for it, they can. But do you see the kind of impressive lack of variegation on this thing? There's like nothing. There's like 3 tiny spots of pink. She's infuriating. I don't know why. She gets light, she gets water, she gets fed. I don't know why she is like this little diva brat that she is, but I don't care for it. So I'm actively trying to get rid of her right now. This is my philodendron tortum. During my plant chore video, I actually took him out and checked his roots because he has these like, his leaves are going yellow, and I was worried he had root rot, but he doesn't. His roots actually look incredibly happy and healthy. Also, I accidentally broke his new leaf. That's on me. But I cannot figure out why he's going yellow, and I'm kind of just like, just don't want to deal with it, frankly. So I don't know, we're just gonna let him do what he wants to do. I might try and find him a new home with more light, maybe. I think he was getting more light, and now this spot that he's in is getting less, and maybe that's why he's upset and going a little, but he's not even going pale, he's going like yellow. I don't know. We'll figure it out, or we won't. Whatever. This is, I believe, my red moon or red sun. I still don't have a 100% ID on this guy, but I've had him for quite a while now. And we're just gonna do a quick replay of what my time with him has included. He put out a big beautiful leaf, and then he put out half of a leaf, the left half of a leaf, and then he did it again, but it was the right half of a leaf, and these leaves were getting incrementally smaller. And I was like, why are you doing this? So I cut those off, and then it put out this weird bumpy thing, which wasn't doing anything. It's just like a very rounded, it looked like a new leaf, but it was rock hard, and it was very rounded. And I was like, what is that? So I cut it off. It was a flower. I cut off his flower. It made me so sad. So I cut off his flower, mourned that, put him back where he was, because obviously he was happy enough to give me a flower. And we now have 2 activated growth points, and I was so excited about that. I have to sneeze. I was so excited about the 2 activated growth points, but I have no fucking clue what weird abomination this plant is creating. That is not normal. I'm gonna make sure you can see it. Look at this. What is that? And his other growth point's doing the same thing, which is like weird. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I would like if he could be normal, but he can't, which is a bummer because he's beautiful. Like, his normal leaves are stunning, but he's a weird little freak, and I guess I just have to deal with that. I really don't know what to do with him. He's so weird. But other than those 4, everyone else is doing pretty good. Everyone else is chilling, and then my special little babies over here are all doing fantastic. I'm so happy, and I'm so excited. Everyone's having a great time, except for those 4. I do plan on doing a full walkthrough tour with you guys soon, probably at the end of August, because that's like technically like the end of summer, the end of the growing season. So it'll be cool to show you how everyone has changed, and also how my collection has doubled, if not tripled, in size. I'm officially at 99 plants, which is crazy. So number 100 coming soon, hopefully. But yeah, sorry that this wasn't a plant chore video. Hopefully I'll have one up soon. I really do love making those. I love doing chores with my plants. But this is the way that the cookie crumbled. I hope you enjoyed it anyways. If you wanna like and subscribe, you are more than welcome to. And if you wanna leave a comment, let me know which of these you would be the most excited about. Oh, also, actually, I wanna do a repotting Q&A really soon. I have a bunch of my propagations and cuttings that are begging to be repotted. So let me know any questions that you have. It can be related to plants, it can be related to me and my personal life, it can be related to, like, I don't know, my dog, I don't know, Seattle, whatever. Just ask me some questions so I have something to answer. But I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I love you. Goodbye.